Testing, testing. Can you hear me?
Testing. I can hear you,
Okay,
man.
are we on?
We're good. Yep, we're live.
We did it. We did it. It worked on there. It says Bellevue West, Millard South.
A lot of troubleshooting, but we are here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you are looking live from Millard South High School at the John A. Lammel Complex. A beautiful day for some semifinal baseball. The Cornhusker Classic. 4 teams remain. And in the first game of 3, Millard South plays Bellevue West. Bellevue West on the season 19-3. They have split against Millard South. They played a doubleheader earlier in Legion Ball over the summer. Both teams split a game, as we just said. Joey, whew, nice to be with you.
Yeah.
Didn't know if we'd be on.
I know. We had to do some last-minute work to get our stream up.
You guys are just joining us.
Missing our tech guru, Andrew Smith.
I have had a very busy day with work and grad parties. I showed up 20 minutes before the game. And I tell you what, pretty impressive that we got things going.
That's right. But we're here. Got pitcher Andrew Reese on the mound. This will be our first time seeing him this season.
Yeah. Got things to work about 2 minutes before game time. Kind of reminded me of like the first football game. Tell Andrew I said thank you. Andrew Smith is on FaceTime with us. He helped to get things set up from his job at Target. Andrew, thank you, bro. We're on.
Legend.
Later, brother. Thank you. All right. Tyler Kephart, the first baseman, number 8, going to lead things off for Bellevue West.
Looking throughout this whole lineup for Bell West, they got a lot of very talented hitters, a lot of dangerous guys. So Reese is going to need to be on his best pitching performance today.
Swings at the first pitch, fouls it back, strike 1. Talk a little bit about Andrew Reese, Joey.
All right, well, Reese so far in the year, we've seen 8 innings pitched. He's started 2 games. Throughout those, has a 3.50 ERA, given up 4 runs, has 6 strikeouts. So he's a guy I haven't seen a ton of appearances. Like I said, only started 2 games, and he's given a big opportunity right here in the semis.
Obviously, the pool play games were very important in a tournament like this to get to the number 1 bracket. Obviously, the Patriots won their first 2 games but fell short yesterday 2-1 to Papillion South. However, Norris ended up beating Central, and due to tiebreakers and run differentials, however, they do it. The Patriots were still able to get the number 1 spot despite 3 teams going 2-1 in the pool play bracket. Gertis makes that out in center. That's out number 1 of the game. Now due up, Connor Schneider, the shortstop.
And it'll be interesting to see if the Patriots can come out with a victory today. Who we see on the mound for the championship game. We've seen a lot of pitchers, a lot of their top pitchers playing recently. Yesterday, Novak threw 8 innings, 103 pitches. Fantastic game. Only gave up 5 hits, 1 run.
Here's Reese. That's going to be out for ball 1.
We saw yesterday there's a very wide zone. A lot of those outside pitches were being called for strikes. We saw a lot of the low outside corner being called.
That's going to be in there for strike 1. So Jaden Payne, Jarrett Novak, Caden Blair, they might all not be available.
There's a chance we could see Blair tomorrow. Not sure. I know today we've heard that Guthmiller and Mungin are both options to come in later in the game.
Obviously, we have Folkers. Christian Hobbs would be available as well. That one is low.
We
now
saw
3-1.
Folkers did come in for 1 inning yesterday. Came in for the 9th. Still not a ton of pitching. Shouldn't be facing too much fatigue.
At 3-1 pitch is high for ball 4. Around the diamond today for the Patriots, Novak is at first. Noah Grice is playing second base. Third baseman is Christian Hobbs, and shortstop is Jacob Foote. George is behind the plate, relieving Grice of the catching duties. DHing today is Cuddy George. In right, it's Unziker. In center, it's Gertis. And in left, it is Matt Guthmiller.
I think the biggest surprise for us seeing Grice at second. He played second a lot last season. This is the first time this year, though.
That ball is low. That's going to be a wild pitch. George doesn't know where it went. It's bouncing in front of the plate. And down to second is Schneider.
That one's rough. Such a close ball right there. Just couldn't place it.
So now Eric Anderson is up. 1-0 count to the catcher for Bellevue West.
Anderson yesterday in their victory versus North Star went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Struck out once.
That's going to be a breaking ball fouled on.
Rice got a 64% strike percentage.
Reese looks back, now fires. That's going to be inside, and that is a foul ball. Really good pitch there by Reese to jam him on the inside corner.
Seen some nice work from him so far.
Tell you what, Joey, the Patriots have been getting really hot lately. I mean, yesterday they did lose in a tough battle, but Jared Novak, that was a pretty good bounce-back game pitching. He had struggled in his last 3 outings, especially the one against Millard West.
Yeah, and in his last outing, before yesterday, obviously, only lasted 1.2 innings and then was taken out. But yeah, great bounce back. Easily his best performance of the season.
That's going to be fouled back. Now 2-2.
And it was an interesting game for the Patriots yesterday because we saw their batsmen getting really hot lately. Yesterday just weren't able to get it going. Only 5 hits. Guthmiller responsible for 3 of those. He had a phenomenal game yesterday.
Yeah, I have missed the last 2 games, so I am not as prepared for the game as you are, to say the least. Here's Reese. He deals. That's going to float over Grice for a base hit into right center field. Coming around third is Schneider. He's going to score. Bellevue West out to a 1-0 lead here in the early going.
Good rip right there by Anderson, hitting in the run.
All right. Here is Carson Wright, the DH. In case you guys can hear it on the stream, we got radio guys calling pretty close to us here in this press box.
Yep, seen them in the last 2 games as well.
Yeah. Kind of throwing me off.
Yeah.
We have to one-up them, Joey.
That's right. Of course.
I have to say that very quiet so they don't hear us.
So DH Carson Wright now up.
That's going to be a breaking ball, strike 1 on the inside corner.
That one well-placed ball by Rice. Reese, excuse me.
Throwing back to first now.
Carson Wright so far 3rd on the team in hits. He's got 20 on the year. Batting .345.
That's a line drive. That's going to be caught. Double play opportunity. Throw back to first in time for the double play. So Reese gets out of it, giving up only 1 run. Big double play that were made by Jacob Foote. We go to the bottom half of the first. Let's see if the Patriots can answer back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Tyson Gertis, per usual, here to lead it off here in the bottom half of the first inning. That's a first pitch low for ball one. Today's starting pitcher for Bellevue West is Dane Toman.
And Grice, great leadoff hitter, very reliable. Yesterday was not his day, went 0 for 4. Had a lot of well-hit balls, just couldn't place them in the right spots.
Ball was a little out. Gertis up in front 2-0 on the count.
Toman so far leading the team in innings pitched. Pitched 22 innings throughout 6 games, giving up 6 runs in those for an ERA of 1.8.
So while the Patriots used all their top-notch starters in those pool play games to get to this point, Bellevue West might have their best guy on the mound while the Patriots mix and match on the mound. However, that's a 4-pitch walk to Tyson Gertis.
And the dangerous thing from this pitching squad is that they just have so many talented guys. Their leader in ERA has a 0.68 ERA, and he's thrown 20 innings. So they got a lot of very talented guys on the mound. Today, Toman's the lucky guy.
Interested to see this lineup. Guthmiller now up. Behind him is Grice. Batting fourth is Hobbs, then Novak, then Unziker. Cuddy George, the DH, batting seventh. Jacob Foote in the 8-hole spot. That's what I'm a little bit curious about, batting eighth. And then Jorgs, the catcher, rounding it out in the 9-hole spot. Surprised to see Foote down at the bottom of the lineup.
We've seen him going towards like the 6th spot. Haven't seen him this low.
And that's taken in for strike one. First strike of the night thrown by Toman.
I'm telling you, we jinxed Foote. We had the first strikeout. Last game, we had 2 strikeouts.
Really?
We did something there.
We did. We must have.
We must have. Foote family, we truly apologize.
Gertis goes. That ball's going to be grounded foul, however.
Patriots yesterday only 1 stolen base. Just didn't have a lot of opportunities. Guthmiller was able to get 1.
Guthmiller stays really hot, probably the hottest hitter on the Patriot team. You said yesterday, Joey, he had 3 hits in that 1-run effort by the Patriots. So he still did his part, and that ball's low. That's going to skip past the catcher, and easily going to second is Gertis. Ball got away from Eric Anderson. Now 2-2.
And for the Patriots, I think one of the most important things today will just be being able to convert on these great opportunities. We saw yesterday they had bases loaded in, I want to say, the 7th inning, maybe it was the 8th, with 1 out. Weren't able to get any runs on after tallying 1 to tie it up.
Guthmiller swings and misses at a fastball up and out. That's strike 3 and the first out of the game.
Nice work right there by Toman.
Fastball had some tail on it. So here is Noah Grice, the Wichita State commit, batting third here today. He's got Gertis in scoring position, looking to even up the score here in the bottom half of the first.
Toman leading the team in strikeouts. He has 34 so far in the season. To give you a little bit of comparison, the Patriots leader in strikeouts has 23 with Novak.
Breaking ball, strike 1. You can definitely tell Dane Toman has some good stuff if Guthmiller is chasing a fastball outside the zone. Usually see him really disciplined at the plate. Throw back to second. Gertis, late getting back, but he's going to slide back in time. That was a dangerous play right there.
It was a nice move. Nearly able to get him.
Throwing back. Now stepping off again is Toman.
Grice, another guy that saw a lot of struggles yesterday, wasn't able to reach on base in all 3 of his plate attempts, struck out once. But a great opportunity here with a runner in scoring position.
That ball is out now, 1-1. Beautiful afternoon for Ursa baseball.
Yep, 84 degrees, nice bright day.
Tell you what, I had a pounding headache on my way here. Something about calling games, Joey. It's disappeared.
It's the magical thing of baseball.
Yeah. Good take by Grice. That ball was just a hair up. Throw back yet again. Gertis gets back in time.
Guy like Gertis, you're trying to limit him as much as possible with that speed.
Checking on him a lot right now. And now the second baseman instead of the shortstop's going to come over. That's Mason Ingram. Now checking in on Gertis. Grice fouls that one off. Fastball in the inner half. Good rip right there.
Yep. .306 hitter on the season, with a nice opportunity to try and tie this game up for the Patriots early on.
Big hole open on the right side for Grice to go the other way. The 2-2. Breaking ball, he sits back and fouls it out of play.
Yeah, like you said, definitely a big gap between first and second. We see that second baseman go try and stop Gertis and then run over, but still good opportunity for Grice to smack it through.
Another breaking ball, and Grice hits that one well out to right center field. Going back as the right fielder, going to make the play on the run, and Gertis is going to be able to tag from second and move on to third. Well hit by Noah Grice, however, it's going to be the second out of the inning. Play made by right fielder Daniel Lester.
While the Patriots got a lack of inefficiency, in their last game, we saw a lot of power. I mean, Cuddy George had one ball that looked like it could have gone over. It was about as close as you get to a homer to left field, right at the fence.
Was it caught?
It was caught, unfortunately.
That ball seemed to hang in the air just a little too long right there. And now here's Christian Hobbs, and that ball is out, 1-0.
Hobbs, one of the best hitters from Millard South recently. Been really improving his game.
Might be why he's in the 4-hole spot. Tolman trying to work out of a jam. And that ball is out as well, 2-0.
Hobbs, beyond a great hitter. We've seen a fantastic work at third base from him lately. Guy's just been seeming like a brick wall. Nothing able to get past him.
He's got a hitter's friendly count. Up 2-0, and here's the pitch. That's going to be up for 3-0.
Already saw a 4-0 walk for Gertis, and that brings the one runner at third. So we'll see now, given a 3-0 count, 2 outs, if he can recover.
However, that ball is out, and Tolman right now struggling a little bit with command, and that's kind of interesting to a sight to see with a guy that has a sub-2 ERA and most innings pitched as well. And now comes the pitching coach to talk things over with him.
On the whole season, in 22 innings, he has 5 walks, already 2 in this first inning, both 4-0 counts. So it'll be Jarrett Novak. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. Novak on the year has a .444 batting average, third on the team in hits, second in extra base hits.
This is what you were alluding to, though, Joey. When they get runners in scoring positions, when they need the hits the most.
Yep.
Yesterday they weren't able to deliver. Now a team that's been hot as of lately, this is a game against a 19-3 team, very respected team, very good team. You need to come through in opportunities like this. You're going to come out with a win.
And looking yesterday, went down 2-1. I'd say there were for sure 3, maybe 4 innings where they had 2 runners on base and a runner in scoring position, only able to convert once.
So it sounds like they more so lost the game than Papillion South won the game. This lineup has been really hot lately, 1 through 9. Novak takes low, ball 1.
And like we had mentioned earlier, Novak coming off an amazing performance yesterday on the mound. 8 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, only 1 run given up. So now looking to keep his success going at the plate now.
Going to look at a breaking ball in for strike 1. Hobbs not really looking to be a threat over at first to try to move up to second with runners on the corners.
We've seen 2 stolen bases from Hobbs this year. Right now in this opportunity, I don't think it's a huge risk.
Novak sits back on that breaking ball, fouls it off to the left side. You can see you recognized it just a tad late. It was the same pitch as the previous pitch that Tolman threw to him. Would be surprised if you saw another one like that.
Yeah, now that you see him slowly starting to catch up to that, probably see Tolman changing it up.
Throws a fastball swing, going to miss strike 3. Foul tipped into the glove of Anderson. We go to the second. Patriots unable to get Gertis home from third. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. It's early on. Inning number 2. Reese back out on the mound. That's a breaking ball inside. Taken for ball 1. Up right now, watch this name, Tyler Vanderwerken. I like that name.
It's an A+ name right there.
And Vanderwerken's going to pull that down the line. That's going to be fair. A base hit down the line. Coming over is Guthmiller. And going for 2 is Vanderwerken. Throw over. Not in time. Lead off double.
Tell you what, cannon right there by Guthmiller. Great throw. Just not quite in time. So in that first inning we saw from Reese, gave up 1 hit, walked 1, ended up giving 1 run up and 4 batters.
Cam Madsen, the center fielder now for Bellevue West, batting 6th. Look back at second.
And so for Bellevue West, you got a fantastic opportunity now. Already runner in scoring position with 0 outs on the board.
Bunting situation. It's really located well. Reese going to have to fire it over to first. Over to third is Vanderwerken. Well-placed bunt to move the runner over. 1 down.
With a dangerous batting team like the Patriots, you know they can quickly put runs up on the board. So for Bellevue West, you're trying to get as much of a lead as possible, get as many insurance runs, try and build it up. We saw the Patriots unable to get a hit last inning. However, 2 were walks. So we'll see if control continues to be an issue for Tillman. Patriots could have some great opportunities.
Novak and Hobbs playing in at the corners. Grice and Foote at double play depth. And that fastball nearly hit him on his back foot. That's Daniel Lester, the right fielder.
Lester batting .250 on the year, struck out 10 times so far, 9 for 36.
Breaking ball up for ball 2.
And for Lester, with those 9 hits, 7 singles, 2 home runs. So it seems like an all-or-nothing kind of guy.
Well, any ball that gets away from Novak or Hobbs on the ground is going to score a run. That's going to be a fly ball out to deep left center field. Gertis racing back. He's not going to get it. That's going to go over his head all the way to the wall. Lester now rounding it, trying to go 3, and he's going to make it, sliding into third well before the throw. Daniel Lester showing off his wheels, Joey.
Mm-hmm. Showing off his wheels, showing off his power right there. Well hit ball to center.
That's an RBI triple and a 2-0 lead for Bellevue West. Seeing the bottom of the lineup being productive early. And now Mason Ingram. That's going to be a strike.
And Reese, a guy that we haven't seen yet. We'll see how he can respond to adversity. Already 2 runs given up, only in the second inning. Got a runner on third with 1 out. So we'll see if his mentality's well built.
Another fastball that's going to be blooped into right field. Another base hit and another run coming across the board. Really hot start by Bellevue West here, Joey.
Mm-hmm. Making
Ingram
great
fought that
contact
one
on
in
all
off
these.
the hands.
And we know Patriots' goal is to keep Reese out here as long as possible. Already 3 runs given up, 4 hits.
No knowledge of any game plan or any pitchers that would be coming in after Reese. Nobody warming up in the bullpen yet. And going on the first pitch is Ingram. Throw down by Jorgs. Not in time. And Bellevue West really utilizing their speed right now. Playing good aggressive baseball as Jackson. All red. All red.
All red.
Reese. Strike on the outside corner. All red was showing bunt right there.
Mm-hmm.
Pulled it back last second. However, has fallen behind now 0-2.
Big out right here for Reese, trying to get some momentum back.
The 0-2 pitch. That ball is up.
Reese trying to prevent any further damage this inning.
Reese still up in the count, 1-2, trying to get a big second out of the inning. That's going to be a pop-up. That's going to be in foul territory. Hobbs calls it. Plenty of time to make the play, and he does. Out number 2. Big pitch right there by Reese.
Yep. So back to the top of the order.
Right now you're just trying to provide innings to your team. Keep the score at 3-0, as minimal as a deficit as possible.
Because 3-0 is definitely not what you want, especially this early in the game. But the Patriots have such a dangerous hitting core. Once they start making contacts, 3 runs, it's quick comeback for them.
That's going to be a ball. Just a little outside. We're back to the top of the order with Tyler Kephart.
Kephart batting .473 on the season, 26 for 55.
Pretty good numbers for a leadoff hitter.
Yeah.
Let me guess, he leads the team in runs too.
He actually does. He does by 3. He does. Yep. 27 runs scored.
When you're a leadoff hitter and you're essentially batting .500, you're getting on base a lot with your really good hitters behind you that are likely going to drive you in. So, not surprised that Kephart is leading the teams in run.
And he's looking at stats earlier. He's led about half of the games. It switches between him and Connor Schneider, who's actually up next. They've both led off majority of the games, and they're both 1 and 2 in runs scored and batting average.
Kephart, that's a blooper out to left. Guthmiller coming on for the sliding catch, and he makes the play. A big out right there by Matt Guthmiller out and left. Saves Reese from giving up another run, and we go to the bottom half of the second. Lead is now 3-0 for Bellevue West, who put up 2 runs in this top half of the inning. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Noah Unziker batting 6th here today. Right fielder. Due up first. Dane Toman back out for the second inning. Struggled with command a little bit in the first. Unziker swings at the first pitch and fouls it back for strike 1.
Unziker, a batter whose stats have really skyrocketed lately. Now .342 batting average, second on the team in RBIs with 12.
Unziker's a perfect example of this entire Patriots team catching fire as of late. Team starting to play way better collectively 1 through 9 throughout the lineup. Scoring a lot of runs consistently outside of yesterday.
Outside of yesterday.
That ball is up, 1-1. Caden Blair, Millard South, one of the best pitchers on the team, chilling next to us right now.
Our source for insider information.
Helping us out with the camera duties today. Obviously, he's not pitching.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not eligible. Maybe until tomorrow. Who knows? That pitch is low. Unziker takes 3 straight balls, now 3-1.
And Toman, I wonder the last time we've seen him on the mound. I wonder if this is as soon as he could pitch. So he's not totally fresh because control's really been an issue this early. As he gets his 3rd walk.
Good eye by Unziker, was very aggressive, swinging at the first pitch, however, showed really good plate discipline the next 4 pitches. It's not like those balls were clearly out of the zone. Unzicker, though, another really good at-bat.
But, I mean, for a pitcher with 5 walks on the whole season, having another 3 in the first 2 innings,
but that might
very
allude
problematic.
to the success of the Patriots lineup 1 through 9 as of lately. A lot of good hitters starting to perform really well. Here's Cuddy George. Swinging and a miss, had a fastball, strike 1.
And George mentioned earlier had a well-hit ball yesterday to left field. Nearly a home run, however, it was caught by the left fielder at the fence. If there had been a little more wind yesterday, that one would have been gone.
Well, there's like no wind today, Joe, so hopefully it's not the
same conditions as yesterday.
Yeah. Really good eye right there by Cuddy. Count now 1-0. Unzicker has speed on first. See if he looks to go. Toman takes a look at him. Quick peek. Now fires as Unzicker does go. That's a hit and run down the line. And going to go just foul as it bounces all the way to the wall. Called it. Patriots love those hit and runs. That one almost worked. That would have probably scored Unzicker if that would have fallen inside the right field line.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Unzicker showing off his speed right there. George showing off his power.
Now Cody's going to have to protect down 1-2. Breaking ball well outside 2-2. Tolman looks back at Unzicker. Long pause as he fires to the plate. Strike 3 inside. Looked to be kind of a cutter or a two-seamer that ran back in on the inside corner.
Yeah, it was a nice job. Looked like I might have been coming close to George and then went out.
So a really good pitch by Tolman when he needed it to get out number 1. And now here is Jacob Foote batting 8th. A little bit surprised to see him in the 8-hole spot. On Friday, struck out for the first time all season. His throw back to first. Unzicker makes it back in time. Foote's been one of the best players on this team at making contact, putting the ball in play.
Yep, leading the team in batting average. And we know he's a very aggressive hitter. Seen so many times where right out of the gate he'll come swinging.
Unzicker dancing over at first. And that ball's going to be outside.
And I think for both teams, the question for this game is when do they have to go to the bullpen? We've seen control issues from Tolman so far. We've seen runs getting on the board for the Thunderbirds. So you're trying to keep your starting pitcher out there as long as possible.
That's going to be a strike. Unzicker steals. It was another hit and run situation. Unzicker makes it into second safely as that ball skipped away from the shortstop, Connor Schneider.
Nice hustle right there from Unzicker. His 5th stolen base of the season.
Unzicker's one of those players that likes to, him and Gertis are the best at those when they don't get big leadoffs, act like they're not paying attention, not really trying to get a big leadoff or steal in that situation. Then boom, when the pitcher looks away from them and starts his motion, boom, dart down to second.
Pitcher looks, he's not threatened by their lead, and then they're gone.
Yep. And they've got the speed to make it down despite not having a good lead. Foote looking to protect now. That ball is up 2-2.
Good eye right there by Foote. You know, 2 strikes, often batters are super aggressive, especially with the runner in scoring position. But him staying smart.
Foote's eye discipline has really improved throughout the summer. Breaking ball, swung on and miss. That's another strikeout for Tolman, his 2nd straight. Looking to work out of another jam.
A great breaking ball right there.
Patriots left runners at the corners in the bottom half of the 1st inning. Now Unzicker at second with 2 outs, and Ashton Jorg's trying to change the narrative and get a run. That's a swing and a miss. Unzicker steals 3rd safely.
So now 6 steals for Unzicker. Really showcasing his speed. So Jorg's opportunity to cut this lead a little bit with a well-hit ball.
3rd hit and run that we've seen the Patriots try to attempt. Wild pitch, nearly. Ooh, Eric Anderson with a really good stop.
Run definitely would have scored from Unzicur with a pass ball.
Yep. Jorgs has been making very good contact from the plate lately. A 1-1 count. Toman fires. Deals strike 2 on the outside corner.
That one well placed. Barely hit the zone on the outside.
Pat, I agree. That was outside. One and two. Jorg's going to have to protect. Swings on that breaking ball. He's going to fly that out to right field. And both nearly the right fielder, Daniel Lesser, and the center fielder, Cam Matson, almost collided. However, making the play was the right fielder, Daniel Lester. And Tolman gets out of yet another jam. Unzicur is stranded at third. A runner left at third for 2 consecutive innings for the Patriots, struggling to get runs on the board. Let's see if Reese goes back out there and can deliver a scoreless frame to keep it at a 3-0 deficit. Stay tuned. Okay, are you talking? That one doesn't work. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Top of the third. Connor Schneider, shortstop, scored the first run of the game for Bellevue West. That is a strike.
Connor Schneider, without a doubt, best hitter on this Bell West team, batting 31 for 60 for a .517 batting average, leading the team in hits, doubles, home runs, and RBIs.
And plays shortstop.
Usually
those are 5-tool players if you got those kind of stats and you're playing at that position. So a pretty impressive player. 2-3-4 due up for Bellevue West. So this is a really big inning for Reese to try to keep things at a 3-0 deficit. Right back up the middle. Grice played perfectly in position. Throws across his body. Out number 1. What a play by Noah Grice.
Yeah, incredible job right there.
Well, we know he's a catcher. We know he's got the arm to throw it like that across his body. Phenomenal play for out number 1.
So Eric Anderson now up. In the last at-bat, he had the RBI that drove in Schneider.
Patriots kind of playing in a shift. Grice is basically centered up the middle, swinging at the first pitch and popping that out of play. Look where Grice is located right now. Just playing basically behind second. And Novak's down the line at first, essentially. A mini shift, we'll call it. That's a breaking ball. Really good pitch for strike 2. Oops.
Yeah, well-placed ball by Reese.
Happens like once or twice a game. Will I catch myself? Reese working quick. That's going to be a fastball hit on and driven deep into center field. Gertis back at the wall. Plenty of time to make the play. Out number 2. Not really where you're trying to locate it if you're Reese when you're up 0-2 in the count. However, he gets away with it with Gertis' speed in center.
Right.
2 outs.
Right now, this is what the Patriots need. They had a rough 2 first inning. They just need to get out of this really quick. Keep that pitch count low for Reese and get another chance to score some runs on the board.
Would be a confident booster if he could go through the middle of the lineup unscathed. That's a breaking ball up and in for ball 1.
Yeah, and going up against Schneider, Anderson, and Wright. No easy batters right there.
Reese working very quick. Throws that breaking ball for a strike this time. That one away, better pitch. tell he had a lot more spin on that one. Now he goes for a fastball on the outside corner, doesn't get the call. 2-1 now to Carson Wright, who's DHing today.
345 hitter, 17 RBIs on the season, 15 runs.
A little bit of chin music right there. Now 3-1. Reese is going to jam him. Grice calls off Foote, makes the play just on the right side of second base for the third out. A really quick inning for Reese. That's just what he needed. Goes through the second, third, and fourth hitter in the lineup unscathed. We go to the bottom half of the third. Can the Patriots finally get some runs on the board? They trail 3-0 still. And we're not going to go to break because Caden Blair wants to say something.
Hey.
Caden, how are you?
Joey, I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing fantastic.
You know, I love how you guys are calling the game. You guys are really into it.
Appreciate it.
Sounds good up here.
Thank you, thank you. So how do you think about the Patriots doing so far this game?
You know, I think we need to get our bats going. We're not – this isn't the start we were hoping for. But actually, could you tell me who's up?
I could. Coming up is Gertis, top of the lineup.
That's right where you want it.
Yep.
Hoping Gertis can start us off, and then we just start rolling from there, scoring some runs.
So if you're manager right now, what's your advice for this Patriot team down 3-0 going into the third?
Well, if I was I don't know, hit the ball.
I like that.
You know?
Go tell Geary. Go tell Geary.
Be aggressive.
Well, they have
swing.
Be aggressive. 3 hit
Yeah.
runs. They've tried.
Hopefully they start to work because we're still down.
First 2 innings yet to get a hit. They've reached on 3 walks from Tolman.
If we can get some hits in with those walks, we'll
combo.
start scoring.
It's the best of both worlds.
Yes.
You know what they need to try? Some hot ice.
That.
Facts.
Man. Okay. Back to Dylan and Joey.
Good talking to you, Caden.
You're good. Thanks. Yep. Thanks for letting me talk.
Bottom of the third, top of the order due up. Patriots looking to get some runs. Tyson Gertis, the leadoff hitter. Started the day with the 4-pitch walk. Yet to see a strike as it's now 1-0.
So the walk followed by a stolen base. So the Patriots had a quick runner in scoring position. Were not able to capitalize, however.
Tolman. That's going to be a slow roller back to shortstop. That's going to be mishandled and bobbled by Schneider. And Gertis, with his speed, is easily going to beat that out. Going to rule that an error on Connor Schneider. But that's the break the Patriots needed to get a runner on. Gertis' speed.
So now yet again, they'll start off the inning with a runner on.
Here's Guthmiller, who struck out in his first at-bat.
Still very dangerous hitter. Exactly the guy that the Patriots want up right now.
Wouldn't be surprised if he turned on a fastball first pitch. That ball's outside. Gertis is stealing first pitch. And he's out at second. Eric Anderson with a good throw down to second. A laser right over to Schneider, who quickly makes up for that error.
And you know, a quick guy like that, you're bound to get picked off at some point. 17 stolen bases. He's gotten caught stealing twice now. Still a fantastic ratio from Gertis. And a good opportunity to try and get a runner in scoring position early in the inning. Just was unsuccessful.
Trying to be really aggressive right now. Now Guthmiller swings at a slow roller. That hit the first base bag and got by. Guthmiller now going to second as that dies in the grass in foul territory. And so just like that, the Patriots get a runner in scoring position.
Great work right there by Guthmiller.
That ball got by Kephart at first after it hit the bag and just completely changed directions on him.
That one's impossible to play from the first baseman.
Look, a hitter like Guthmiller who hits it really hard, you're going to get plays like that go in your favor. So Grice is up again. He hit a towering fly ball out to right field that was caught on the warning track by right fielder Daniel Lester. Seeing Tolman for the second time. With a runner in scoring position. Take strike one.
I like the aggression we've seen from the Patriots so far. I think they realized that yesterday after losing by 1 with a lot of positions with runners in scoring position. I think they realized that there were so many opportunities where the extra base would have helped them score a run. So now they're not hesitating to have guys like Gertis steal and try to advance a runner.
Grice is going to hit that towards the right side. Oh, to make the play is second baseman Mason Ingram. Moving over to third is Guthmiller. Now we have 2 down yet again. This is kind of a repeat scenario. The first inning, Christian Hobbs up with the runner on third and 2 outs. He ended up walking, and Novak striked out. But let's see if Hobbs, who's batting cleanup, been very hot lately as well, can drive him the first run and chip into this deficit.
Hobbs, 7 RBIs on the season so far, and a great opportunity to add another one.
First pitch fastball he swings at and pops it up towards the third base dugout. Going to go out of play for strike 1. And part of the reason that the Patriots are probably being a lot more aggressive is the pitcher that's on the mound in Toman. Obviously, you're going to have to be aggressive to get runs across the board on him. That's going to be a base hit by Hobbs right back up the middle. And Hobbs gets the Patriots on the board. Now they trail 3-1.
Nothing but efficiency from Hobbs as of recent.
Not trying to do too much with it. Just a simple base hit right back up the middle. And now here's Jarrett Novak.
Novak looking to keep this inning alive for the Patriots.
But look, when you don't have your better pitchers on the mound, right, and you're trying to mix and match, right, and you're going against a guy like Toman who's on a really good team that's 19-3 and he has the best ERA that's sub-2, you're going to try to be more aggressive, right, because you feel like you have to, because Bellevue West does have the pitching edge in this game so far. Hobbs dancing around at first. 0-1 count to Novak. That's going to be low. Tillman deals 1-1. Novak's going to hit a squibber towards the left side, bobbled by the third baseman. Strong throw over to first, gets Novak by a half a step.
Almost second error right there from him.
That was
able to recover well.
Vanderwerken makes the play. Tillman, however, gives up 1 run. The Patriots get a run on the board. We go to the 4th. They still trail 3-1. Top of the 4th. Here is Tyler Vanderwerken, who just made the play over at third. Swings at the first pitch. Line drive right to Gertis. Trots over, makes it look easy, out number 1.
And this is what we saw Reese do last inning that worked well. Throwing strikes, giving them balls that for easy outs. Combo of grounders and fly balls.
Seems to be in more of a rhythm as of lately.
Taking a pitch out of the Blair/Payne book.
Reese deals. Another first pitch swung on. Guthmiller not going to get to that one. That's going to be a base hit.
Good work by Madsen. Quick hit.
Is that his second of the game?
That is. No, that's his first.
Here is Daniel Lester.
Lester did get a hit. Had the triple. Ended up scoring a run himself.
Really showed off his speed there. Didn't really look like a triple off the bat. However, he was flying around the bases. Jorgs calls time to go talk to Reese.
And for Bell West, we see a situation kind of similar to the Patriots lineup, how there's no weak spot. There's no guys we can say, all right, this is an easy out, great opportunity for us. You got a lot of dangerous hitters throughout this whole thing.
Reese deals, and that hit him. Breaking ball with not a lot of control hit Lester. Now all of a sudden Reese has to battle out of something. So this is what we saw in the second inning, Joey. The middle towards the bottom of the lineup really wreaking havoc for Reese. This is what you were just talking about. 1 through 9, there are no easy outs.
The 5 through 8 batters all with hits in this game.
This is going to be Mason Ingram due up for the second time. Pitching coach coming out to talk to Reese.
And after talking with Caden Blair earlier, he said that Trey Mungin and Matt Guffmiller were possibilities to come in later in the game. Although they definitely don't want to have to worry about it this early. Want to give them a couple more innings. Especially knowing tomorrow they have a championship game, hopefully, assuming they can come out on top tonight.
I would probably get Reese out after this inning, being honest, if he can try to get out of this inning without giving up any more runs. Look, because the top of the lineup's coming up again. It's the third time through the lineup. They've seen him twice already. This should probably Reese's last inning.
And 4 innings is solid.
Yeah. That ball is low, 1-0.
Depending on the pitcher, you can have one guy go 3 or have one go 2 innings, one finished out in the 7th.
Throwback. Rice nearly made the play, however, dropped it out of the glove. Looked like Vanderwerken was going to make it anyways. Or, excuse me, Madsen. Reese deals a fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Great ball right there from Reese.
Be nice to see Reese get out of this jam unscathed. Be 4 solid innings, 3 runs. Look, that's keeping your team in position to win. Runner steals third, throw down by Jorgs. A good stop over at third by Hobbs.
Yet again, nice work from Hobbs on third.
Lester did not steal second. We'll see if he tries to now with a 1-2 count. And with speed on third, I'd be surprised if they do try to steal, if Jorgs throws down to second. Infielders are playing back, though. Grice and Foote in double play territory. Double play depth. That's a swing and a miss on a fastball. Big out right there on Mason Ingram.
Yeah, huge from Reese. Gives him a lot better chance to finish this inning without any damage done.
And now he'll work against the 9-hole hitter, Jackson Allred, so he might not have to see the leadoff hitter, Tyler Kephart, who's batting nearly 500.
Allred unable to reach in his first plate appearance.
It would make a lot of sense to get Reese out after the 4th inning before you turn it over to the top of the lineup again. A big at-bat coming up right here. And a breaking ball in the outside corner. Jorgs frames it well, gets the call, strike 1.
So for Rice, one of the most important outs of the game right here.
Stealing second. Now throwing off, and now they've got him in a pickle. Thrown out of home. Jorgs makes the play at home.
Great recognition right there from the Patriots.
Madsen was looking to go home. He would have made it if they continued to try to run it in the pickle on second. Bellevue West got what they wanted. However, a throw down to the catching position by Grice. In time to make the play, Jorgs applied the tag on the back. They get out of the damage, and that might be it for Reese. However, he only gives up 3 runs. We go to the bottom half of the 4th. Patriots still trail 3-1. Tolman coming back out. Noah Unziker, they call him Unzi, up for the second time. We saw him walk and then steal 2 bases. Be interesting to see if he can lead it off, get on base, apply the pressure right away. Now one's up, 1-0.
We'll see how Toman responds later in this game. We saw early on control being an issue, 3 walks in the first 2 innings. Bounced back well in the third, besides the 1 run given up.
2 straight balls has him behind Unziker yet again. Unziker still yet to see a strike. It's a 4-pitch walk to him. Unziker swings and a miss, foul tip into the glove. Had a tough time catching up to that high heater. Unziker now check swings, and he's frustrated with himself as he knows that would probably ball 3. Count instead is now 2-2.
So for Unziker, you'd love to get the leadoff hitter on. Get some momentum going for the Patriots, trailing by 2.
Would be surprised if he went away from the fastball. He does, though. It's a breaking ball, strike 3, and that was an abysmal call. Pat, what do you think of that one? Tell our viewers what you think so? All right.
Strikeout number 4 from Toman.
Pat has a more direct angle right behind the plate. We're kind of centered over to right. That ball looked out to me. Looked like the catcher brought it back in.
And we saw yesterday, the whole game, that outside pitch was being called constantly. You saw pitchers make that their top priority to throw outside corner.
George gets jammed inside.
George struck out in his first appearance today.
However, nearly roped a double down the line in a hit-and-run situation with Unziker. Now up 2-1. Two-one pitch from Toman, inside corner. He got George on that in the first inning for strike 3.
Done a good job locating the zones.
That inside fastball is working really well for him. See if he doubles up right here, if he goes with a breaking ball, the 2-2. Breaking ball outside, stopped in the dirt by Anderson. Full count pitch to Cuddy George. Fastball, strike 3 at the knees. Cuddy doesn't like the call. However, he went back to that inside corner just a little lower than the first time in his first at-bat. 2 straight strikeouts now from Toman, who's working very efficiently throughout this bottom half of the 4th inning. So here's Jacob Foote.
Strikeout number 5 for him. As I mentioned earlier, 22 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts. Fantastic ratio. Foote, we saw strikeout in his first appearance today.
Foote now fires that one out into right center field. On the run to make the play is the right fielder, Daniel Lester, showing off his speed. He's the one who had that triple, Joey. Flashes his speed out in right, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Toman, his first of the game. We go to the 5th. Patriots still trail 3-1. Top of the order now. Swing and a miss.
And actually, we still got 9-hitter Jackson Allred.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of forgot about that play Bryson Jorgs made. Oops.
That's right.
However, Reese is back out. A little bit surprised, but you called it, Joey. He's out for the 5th inning. Nobody warming up in the bullpen still, so this is his game to work with. 2 straight scoreless innings. Must have the confidence of his coaches. That's a breaking ball taken for strike 2.
And if I'm betting, I feel like this one should be his last inning.
That ball is up. Now 2-2.
Allred betting 227 on the season. 10 hits, 44 at-bats.
And that ball is out now, full count. And this is the guy you want. Turning it over to the top of the lineup. You want to get this guy out to start the inning off right. Nobody on base with 1 out. That's going to be a pop-up out of play, and we'll do it again. Here we go, Reese, full count yet again, and that ball is going to be up.
Walk number 2 on the night for Reese.
Was up 1-2. However, Allred put up a good at-bat. And here is Tyler Kephart. And out comes Gary. So that might have been the last straw. See, well, this has to be because this is the second mound visit.
And now we see Spencer Berry run into the bullpen.
But this might not be it. And it is it for Reese.
I think Mungin might be coming in.
It is Mungin. So look, here's what the strategy probably was. Okay, let Reese go until he gets a base runner on. That could have been option 1. Or option 2, you just wanted him to face Allred, the 9-hole hitter, before you turned it over to the top of the lineup for the 3rd time. Either way, Reese is out of the game. His stat line is 4 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. Keeps the Patriots in position to win the game. All you can ask for. Trey Mungin warming up. We'll take a quick break, guys, and be right back. All right, Mungin is warmed up, facing the leadoff hitter Tyler Kephart. Big situation for Mungin. Showing bunt, and Jorgs throws it down to second, kind of hesitated. That ball's going to get into the outfield, and wisely staying at second is Allred. I don't know if Jorgs was not informed that a runner was going, or if he mishandled the ball in his hand.
So hesitate.
If he didn't hesitate, I think he gets him.
I think after the hesitation, he knew he was running low on time, so that errant throw, probably a little rushed.
Could be the bunt attempt by Kephart that threw him off as well. Nonetheless, 0-1 with a runner on second and no outs. Breaking ball swung on a miss by Kephart, and that's Mungin's best pitch is that breaking ball.
Mungin in 8 innings pitched got an ERA of 3.36. 4 runs given up, 6 strikeouts. He's had 2 1-2-3 innings.
Really likes to use that curveball a lot. Jorg's now set up outside on a 0-2 count. That changeup's going to be stopped in the dirt.
Kephart, second on the team in batting average, one of their best hitters, 0 for 2 so far. Yet to get anything going for him.
Infielders playing in their normal positions. Back. Breaking ball. Fouled and hit off the foot of Kephart. That slow 12-6 looking breaking ball for Munchen.
So I'll continue the 1-2 count.
Caden, would you say it's kind of a 12-6 curve? Yeah. Yeah.
He actually sat me down on it when I played on JV.
Really?
We scrimmaged and struck me out.
How about that?
But as you saw my last at bat, I can't hit anyways.
Yeah. Time called really late by Kephart.
Munchen just starting his windup right there.
Pitching out of the stretch on a 1-2 count. That's going to be grounded over to first. Novak makes the play on a one-hopper. However, Kephart does the job, moves the runner over to third. Productive baseball out. First out of the inning.
We saw a runner on third last inning for the Thunderbirds. And then we saw that pickle. And Grice getting the throw to home. So
Here
the end
is
of the inning
Connor
scoreless.
Schneider. Best hitter on the team.
Gotten
And the
walked
infield
once
now
today.
in, Joey. Trying to keep that deficit at a 2-run. At 2 runs. Bellevue West leading 3-1. That's going to be a fastball. That's. Tell him how you feel, Pat. Tell him how you feel. Pat thought that was a strike. I think everybody thought that was. 1-0. Now a breaking ball. What about that one, Pat? This count could easily be 0-2 in Munchen's favor. However, he has fallen behind. Connor Schneider, probably the best hitter on Bellevue West, 2-0. Going to have to battle here. And that pitch was more outside than the first pitch. However, it's strike 1. Pat.
It's the same. I think the count's right. He just called them in a different order.
2-1. Now it's a breaking ball right back up the middle. And the infield in. Paid dividends for Bellevue West. Schneider gets the run home. RBI single and a 4-1 lead.
First hit on the night for Schneider.
The infield was playing a little further back. They might have had a play on that.
Strategy came back to bite him.
Yeah. Can't blame Munchen for that one. Not just a hit, but the unfavorable calls from behind the plate. Fastball out, ball 1.
So we've seen Anderson today with a hit and an RBI.
Munchen takes a look over, now fires. That's going to be popped up into foul territory. Staying in play for Novak, who's on the run, and that's going to go out of play. Skipping over to the fence for strike 1.
Schneider on first, potentially a stealing threat. Already got 1 stolen base on the day.
Up right now is the catcher, Eric Anderson, number 34. And Jorg's out to talk to Munchen. Munchen on a 1-1. Fires to the plate. That breaking ball is up.
That one not able to locate the zone. That one's high and in.
Throw it back over to first now.
Anderson trying to continue the momentum for the Thunderbirds.
Runner goes in a hit-and-run situation. That one's popped up. Novak ranges over. Makes the play on the run, I think. We can't... Did he make the out? We're kind of blocked from right here. No, it was foul. In and out of the glove, it appears.
Nice hustle by Novak.
dugout is just a little bit in the way of our vantage point from right there. Novak kind of disappeared at the last second.
Big opportunity here for Mungin. Trying to make it now 2 outs with a runner on first. Not nearly as big of a threat.
Well, look, not a lot of speed at the plate in Anderson. I don't really know how fast he is. I'm just going off of what I think. I would probably throw that curveball, try to get a double play opportunity. He does, and it was a weak ground ball, however, off the nub of the bat and foul. I would throw a breaking ball yet again. I'm trying to get a double play right now if I'm Mungin. Just can't leave it up for a big hitter like Anderson. Keep it around the knees and he'll be fine. 2-2 yet again. The pitch. And that was high for ball 3. For Mungin, you don't want to lose him here.
Pretty big situation right here. As a walk puts a runner in scoring position with 1 out.
Already one across the plate here in the top half of the 5th. That's going to be a fastball. Fouled back behind the screen, and we'll do it again. Mungin having to work for this second out of the inning. The pitch, fastball, swung on and drove out to right center field. Gertis is not going to get to it. That's going to go all the way to the wall and hit the wall. That's going to score 1. And Anderson rounding second. He's going to go to third. Foote, throw to third, not going to be in time. That is an RBI triple for Eric Anderson, and Bellevue West extends their lead to 5-1.
All right, so I think Anderson does have some speed. Triple right there.
It was a mistake, and he's a big boy, though.
And we'll see Easton York come in as his courtesy runner.
Don't know if Mungin trusted his curveball to throw it for a strike in a full count situation.
So the DH with another big opportunity here. He's a guy yet to get on the board.
Infield now in yet again. Jorgs makes the stop in the dirt. 1-0. Mungin's breaking ball, another good stop by Jorgs. 2-0 now. Still have to attack the strike zone, though, if you're Trey. Try to get a weak ground ball, which he does. However, it's going to bounce off his foot, and Grice can't get it. A diving attempt right back up the middle. Another base hit, and an RBI single for Carson Wright extends the lead to 6-1. Identical situation to the last time the Patriots had the infield in when it went right back up the middle.
So now the Patriots getting put in a really tough position for them. They're going to have to put in some late work.
It's going to be challenging with a guy like Toman, who's starting to kind of heat up on the mound. Only allowed 1 run thus far. And that one, double play territory for Foote. There's 1. Grice over to first, there's 2. Mungin gets the double play he was looking for, but not before 3 Bellevue West runners come across the plate to score. They now lead 6-1 as we go to the bottom half of the 5th. Can the Patriots answer back? Do they have some fight left in them? We'll find out after this.
Oh, I didn't even hear you. After a first pitch foul ball, 0-1 count.
Toman dealing to Jorgs. 9-0 hitter today for the Patriots. Jorgs is going to hit that one right back up the middle. Perfectly placed right there is center fielder Cam Madsen to make the play.
Patriots in a really rough position right now, trailing 6-1. Only one more opportunity after this inning.
2.
It's
It's the
the
fifth.
bottom of the fifth right now. It's the bottom of the fifth. They got 2 more opportunities after this.
Oh, I thought you said one more after this.
I did. I was wrong. Yeah,
Mistakes happen, man.
they happen.
That ball was overthrown.
Patriots going into the strong part of their lineup. One of the most dangerous.
Gertis has got on base twice so far. Swing gonna miss at a changeup. Filthy pitch right there. Got Gertis leaning out in front on one knee.
Yeah, great work. Tolman, inning number 5, still doing great stuff.
1-1 now. Taken low.
We've seen the Patriots get a leadoff hitter on a couple innings now. Haven't been able to do much with it besides that third inning when they scored 1.
Gertis swing and a miss on a fastball. Right on the inside corner. That's been one of the better pitches we've seen Toman throw today. Is that fastball in the inner half. Really getting in on the hitter's hands.
Yep.
Gertis now going to have to protect. Breaking ball. Spits on that one. Now the count moves to full.
Big situation right here.
Gertis trying to get on base for a third time. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Tolman gets a second strikeout in a row. Or not in a row. Gets the second out in a row. See, that's a mistake from me now,
It's all right,
Trey.
man.
How about that? I one-upped you. Get on my level. Now here's Matt Guthmiller.
Guthmiller with a hit in the sole run for the Patriots. Yesterday also had the sole run.
Guthmiller looks at that one, just a little bit outside. Count moves to 1-1. Yet to see Guthmiller get on base with the hit today. After having 3 base hits yesterday against Papillion South, that breaking ball is up and out, 2-1.
Guthmiller did have that rip off first base.
Oh yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That was scored a hit.
Yep.
You're right.
It was a tricky one.
Yeah. That's going to be a strike on the outside corner.
Guthmiller trying to keep this inning alive. 2 quick outs from the P52's. Trying to get someone on base.
And that ball is up. Guthmiller does a good job looking that one off. Once again, a full count. We saw against Gertis that Tolman went with the fastball on the outside part of the plate.
Tolman's really been taking advantage of these full counts.
There was a fastball that swung on a miss outside the zone yet again.
Strikeout number 7 on the day.
Second strikeout on Guthmiller as well. Patriots go down in order, 1, 2, 3 in the bottom half of the 5th. They trail 6-1 as Bellevue West has a pretty commanding lead on this game. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.
5, Cam Madsen up at the plate.
Grounds that one right to Hobbs. A one-hopper fielded nicely. Easy throw over to first. First out of the inning on a one pitch by Munchen.
And the Patriots right now with limited opportunities, trailing by 5. They're trying to get out of this real quick. 1-2-3 inning would be very important for them.
A quote from Pat, the PA guy, and I quote, "It's going to be one hell of a comeback. Fasten your seatbelts." He believes, so we believe. Let's go, Pat. That ball's up. 2-0, or 2-1. Pat made me lose track of that pitch count. We'll blame Pat for that. It's actually 1-1, and now 1-2. Apologies to our viewers. Got a little distracted right there.
Lester, 386 on base percentage. Trying to get something going for them.
Hits that off the end of the bat. That's going to drop foul. Thank you to the 21 viewers we have right now. Much appreciated.
Big opportunity for Munchen right here. Trying to get 2 quick outs put together.
Munchen, swing and a miss on a high fastball. A big out from Munchen.
Nice work.
Second straight out.
1-2-3 inning could be very big for the Patriots. Get some momentum on their side as they go in the bats.
And against guys like Madsen and Lester that have tremendous speed on the bases, put really good pressure on the pitchers and have gotten on base multiple times each this game as well. Retired both of them, and now here's Mason Ingram up with 2 outs and nobody on. Good opportunity for Munchen, Joey.
Ingram struck out once today, also has an RBI hit.
But that's going to be a right to Hobbs. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Munchen. Does just what he needs to do. We can now go to the bottom of the 6th. Pat just said it's going to be one hell of a comeback. Does it start here? We'll find out in a couple minutes. Noah Grice leading things off. He's had 2 well-hit balls, Joey. One went all the way to the right field wall, but was caught, and the second one moved a runner over, a well-hit ball, but just right at the second baseman, Mason Ingram. Looking to get on base for the first time. He's seen Tillman well, however.
We've seen the last 2 games, hasn't reached base once. Still one of the Patriots' most dangerous hitters. Trying to get some momentum going for him.
He would be the guy to start things off. The meat of the lineup coming up. Tillman has fallen behind now, 2-0, so a hitter's friendly count for a smart guy like Grice.
And I can correctly say at this time that after this inning, only one more opportunity for the Patriots.
6 outs to play with, down 5. Tillman deals. Late on that fastball was Grice as he tried to turn on it. Fouls it back towards the right field wall. Now 2-1.
Going into inning number 6, Tillman pitched a fantastic game so far. Only 1 hit given up, 1 run.
That's a breaking ball that made Grice knees kind of buckle right there. Worked all the way back to the inner part of the plate, now 2-2. I would probably double up with that pitch after Grice's last reaction right there. Really filthy right there. Tillman. Grice fouls that fastball off.
And Tillman, a guy has really shut down any criticism of his performance. In the first inning we saw, or first 2 innings, we saw 3 walks. The catcher even went to talk with him for a minute because he was struggling. And now only 1 hit given up so far, 7 strikeouts on the night.
Those runners stranded on third early for the Patriots now look like they could have been very important runs. Rice with a good eye right there. Counting was full.
And he has yet to get a walk since that second inning.
So yet another full count. Gertis and Guthmiller struck out on full counts last inning. Here's the pitch to Grice. Swung on and missed and a high fastball.
Strikeout, now batting number 17, Christian Hobbs.
Talk about Gertis, Guthmiller, and Grice. Usually guys that have really good plate discipline on those full count pitches. All 3 have seen fastballs. All 3 have actually been out of the zone.
Yeah, that one far inside.
Yeah. Grice looked like he was swinging no matter what on it. Sitting fastball.
And it's understandable in a position like this, you need the bats to get going. So sometimes your first priority is anything within, possible hitting range. You got to swing. Now that one might have not been in possible hitting range, but still very aggressive mindset by Grice.
Look, with a guy like Tillman, they know his ERA, they know his stuff. They probably think he is going to deliver a strike on a full count pitch. And Hobbs is now up 2-0 in his count. That's going to be low and outside, 3-0. Don't need to get everything back out once. Cannot have that mindset. Just got to chip away at the deficit and get base runners. That's the most important thing you can do.
So now in 28 innings pitched, 42 strikeouts on the year for
Really
Dane Tillman.
impressive for Tillman.
Strikeout to inning ratio, insane. And we got work in the Patriots bullpen.
3-1, well outside. Hobbs draws a walk right there. He'll be on first, and now coming to the plate is Jarrett Novak, who's looking to get on for the first time.
Hobbs' the second time getting walked.
Jarrett Novak.
That ball is on the outside corner, taken for strike 1.
So now the Patriots runner on.
It was a tailing 2-seamer right there. A lot of pitches in his repertoire, that is for Tillman. Same exact spot, strike 2.
Placing it well.
See if he goes the same exact pitch. That's going to be a breaking ball. Same spot as the first 2. Hobbs steals second in time. However, a 3-pitch strikeout for Jarrett Novak. Didn't swing at any of them. Looked at 3 straight balls on the outside part of the plate. Tillman hit the corner 3 straight times, 2 fastballs back-to-back, and then a perfectly located breaking ball. Only reason Hobbs really got into second because it was a little bit of a slower pitch. But nonetheless, no one's looking to come up clutch here. At least try to chip into this deficit by 1 run.
Stolen base number 3 for Hobbs on the year.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Swing and a miss on a changeup down below the knee.
Unziker only reached on a walk so far today, but we still know he's been a very impressive hitter lately. He's a guy that could give the Patriots momentum they need by driving in a run. If he can score Hobbs.
Unziker, that ball's well outside, 2-1. Unziker hits that one high into the air, pops it up into shallow center field. Coming on to make the play is Matson, excuse me, and we're going to the 7th. Patriots unable to get any runs in the bottom half of the 6th. They still trail by a score of 6-1, and we'll be right back. Jackson Allred, the 9-hole hitter, due up first. Here is Trey Munchin back out for his third inning of work. Saw him get put in a tough position in his first inning, allowed 2 runs of his own.
2 plate appearances, Allred reaching both times.
And that one's going to get down. That's going to be foul.
First appearance, he had a hit. And the second, he was walked.
Munchin looking to keep this deficit at 6-1. It's going to be hard for the Patriots to muster up 5 runs in the bottom half of the 9th. Allred swings at that one. Going back as Unsker makes the play on the run. Good job to track the ball down as he was galloping backwards. Out number 1. Allred did a good job of seeing that breaking ball for a second consecutive pitch and turning on it. However, it's out number 1 and back to the top of the order. 4th time we've seen Tyler Kephart.
Still yet to get on.
Yeah. So if the Patriots lose this game, they will play tomorrow night at 7 for the 3rd place consolation game. And if they were to come back and have an unprecedented comeback in the bottom half of the 7th, they would play in the championship game of the Cornhusker Classic tomorrow night. Throw over to first by Foote. 2 gone now. Connor Schneider due up. He started breaking things open in the 5th inning. The first of 3 runs that came across the plate that inning, with the base hit right back up the middle. And right on cue, base hit past the second baseman Grice. Hard hit into right field. So now a runner on first and 2 outs.
Schneider, the leading hitter yesterday, did not play, but played today. So far in 3 at-bats, 2 hits, 2 runs, and RBI. Walked once.
And here is the man that proved me wrong last at-bat, Eric Anderson. Showed his wheels getting all the way to 3rd.
Second triple of the game for Bell West.
Yep. RBI triples as well. We got a couple guys warming up in the Bellevue West bullpen. Only guy I can make out so far for them is well, it actually looks like Kephart is going out there.
Kephart is a pitcher, first baseman, and outfielder.
2 other guys out there warming along with him. Munchin deals strike 1.
I know yesterday we did see for P52's South, the pitcher and shortstop just switch spots. Pickoff attempt at first, not in time.
Munchin deals. Spencer Berry has been warming up for the Patriots. Munchin deals strike 2. Would be surprised if we see him come in this situation. Munchin seems to have things under control. But if the Patriots are to get 5 runs, possibly in the bottom half, and we would play extras, who knows? We could see Berry come on for extras, or we might see Munchin again. That remains to be seen. A lot has to happen. A lot has to transpire before that, for that to even be a real possibility. That ball is up. A little bit of chin music for 2 and 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. There's 2 outs. Runner at first.
Munchin trying to escape right here, make it so the Patriots don't have to come back from any more runs. Keep the deficit at 5.
That's a bouncing ball. George is going to field it. No throw down to second.
Good call right there. No use risking an error.
Schneider now in scoring position, though. As the count has moved full. We've got 2 outs already here in the top half of the 7th. We know Anderson's a big hitter. And the last time when he hit that RBI triple, it was on a full count when he saw a fastball. That's going to be a miss for ball 4. Might have been a strike, however, Jorgs mishandled it.
Now batting number 14, Carson Wright.
All right, Carson Wright, the 4-hole hitter, DHing.
1 for 3 with an RBI so far.
That's going to be out. Munchin trying to dig in, get one final out.
And for the Patriots, already in a very difficult situation. You cannot afford giving up any more runs.
Bellevue West looking to completely blow it open here. And that's a line drive. And Foote makes a diving play at short, preventing a run from coming across the plate.
Spectacular job there by Foote
Very
making the
alert
catch.
and quick play by Foote. Makes the play and saves a run. Could that be a momentum swing for the Patriots? A little bit of momentum going in the bottom half of the seventh. Pat, like you said, it'll be one hell of a comeback. Fasten your seatbelts. Do the Patriots have it in them? 6-1. Bottom of the seventh. Coming up. 3 outs to go. All right, Dane Toman pitched 6 innings, allowed 1 run. Patriots hitters are having a really difficult time with him. However, this could be the break they need as we got a new pitcher on the mound. Playing right field was Daniel Lester. However, now he's on the mound to close it out. Joey, what can you tell us about him?
Well, so far in the year, 13.2 innings from Lester, giving up 5 runs for an ERA of 2.6.
Lester deals a first pitch high fastball that swung on and missed by Cuddy George.
In those 13 innings, 21 strikeouts, 16 walks. And defensive adjustments, the DH, Carson Wright, now first baseman, and first baseman Tyler Kephart moved to right field.
That's a really good breaking ball in for strike 2. Made the knees of George buckle. And quickly falling behind is Cuddy, down 0-2. He's going to have to protect.
George, the DH so far, not able to get on.
Breaking ball swung on and missed in the dirt. And Cuddy's going to get tagged on the back as he tried to advance towards first. Quick first out from Daniel Lester. Foote takes ball 1.
Patriots still 7th and final inning. Only 1 hit on the day. Just haven't been able to get those bats going at all. So in the last 2 games, we've seen 2 runs scored from this team that's been really aggressive. They were on a 6-game winning streak.
Foote fouls that one off. It's now falling behind 1-2. Lester coming out and attacking. Using his fastball and his curveball really well. Curveball's a really good pitch for him. He's going to throw it there. And Foote fights it off. It's going to go foul. Count will remain at 1-2.
Trying to get something going for the P52's. Get someone on base with 1 out. Ashton George on deck.
Fastball, fouled off yet again from Foote. We know he doesn't strike out that often. One of the best people at covering the plate for the Patriots. Fighting to get on base right here. Breaking ball up. Good eye. 2-2.
He's done a nice job staying alive. Good job taking that last pitch. See if he can recover.
Pitch from Foote. Fought off in on the hands. It'll go out of play, and we'll do it again at 2-2.
6 pitch at bat already.
And 4 foul balls from Foote. Trying to give the Patriots any glimmer of hope. Fastball. Gets a little bit too far under it. That's going to be a pop-up just on the outfield grass. Making the play is Schneider, out number 2. And the Patriots, down 6-1, are down to their final out in the game with Ashton Jorgs, the catcher and 9-hole hitter.
Jorgs trying to keep the team alive. 0 for 2 on the day.
Put your rally caps on.
That's right.
That ball nearly hit him. 1-0.
Good eye from Jorgs.
With the game that the Patriots didn't have their better pitchers on the mound, still only giving up 6 runs. Pretty impressive for them. The offense just didn't get the job done, as Jorgs is going to keep things alive with the base hit right back up the middle. The 2-out rally is on, Joey.
That's right.
How about that?
Now leadoff hitter Tyson Gertis. Hasn't gotten a hit yet tonight. Reached once on a walk.
All right, so Gertis is going to get a base hit, and then Guthmiller is going to get walked, and then Grice is going to get a base hit, and then Christian Hobbs is going to go yard.
There we go. And Eli Wallace going in as a pinch runner.
Number 8. Wallace, courtesy, right?
Pitch inside to Gertis, taken for strike 1 on the corner. Lester dealing strikes. The pitch. That's going to be a breaking ball in the dirt. Good stop by Anderson.
Done a good job tonight at catcher. We've seen a handful of balls that could have gone past him. Nice stops throughout the whole game.
Wallace is pinch running at first. Gertis on a 1-1. Hits that one down the line, but however it's going to be foul. That was a laser hit by Gertis. He's now fallen behind 1-2, and the Patriots are down to their final strike.
Lester, after coming in this inning, able to close this game with a 6-1 victory and move on to the championship.
That one's going to be a wild pitch charged to Lester. Ball skipped in the dirt before it got to the plate. Anderson really didn't have a chance on it with that high bounce.
Wallace able to jog to second right there.
2 outs. Runner at second.
So the Patriots with a runner in scoring position now. Down 6-1, 2-2 count, 2 outs.
Gertis hits that fastball into left center field. That's going to drop. That's going to go all the way to the wall. That's going to be a RBI scoring double right now for Gertis, who's going to pump on the brakes wisely. No need to be aggressive to go to third with 2 outs. Gertis gets the job done, keeps things alive for the Patriots. 6-2 now the score.
Patriots going into this inning had 1 hit on the day, 2 already this inning. Had the
Wise by
blooper to
Gertis
center
to
by
pump the
Jorgs.
brakes. Joey, is it on?
I think it's on.
Meat of the order coming up for the Patriots, so if they're going to get it done, it's going to be with Guthmiller, Grice, and Hobbs.
All great hitters who haven't had their night so far. Hobbs actually had a
And you
quality
don't
night.
need to
1
do too
hit, 1
much here
twice.
if you're Guthmiller, Joey. Just to get a base hit.
Yep, that's all
Base
they're
hit
looking
will
for.
score Gertis from second with his speed. And then let Noah Grice try to do his thing, right? Just trust everybody. Don't try to overthink things.
Trust the process.
Don't try to swing for the fences, because swinging for the fences ain't going to get you back. So it's only going to get you 2 runs, not 4. Just do your part, get on base, keep things moving along. We'll see if the Patriots have a rally in them. Tell you what, this would be crazier than coming back from 28-3. All right, Guth Miller digs in. The pitch from Lester outside for ball 1.
So Guth Miller looking to keep this game alive even further. Patriots just scored a run off that double from Gertis.
Guth Miller hits that one down the line, going towards the corner. However, it's going to be foul.
Great rip right there.
Right fielder already shaded towards the line on Guth Miller. Center fielder Madsen playing over into right center as well.
Smart. We've seen a lot of rips over there from Guth Miller.
However, Guth Miller has shown the ability to go the other way. There is a huge hole between left and center field. Left center is wide open.
If he could place it there, it would be a perfect opportunity.
Guth Miller on a 1-1. Takes strike 2 on the outside corner.
Well-placed pitch by Lester.
Outside corner. It's been a nemesis today for the Patriots, who are yet again down to their final strike here today. Lester deals. Breaking ball outside. Good eye by Guth Miller to spit on that one. Lester sets and fires on a 2-2. Outside, count goes to full.
You're in a tough position right here as a batter because you want to stay aggressive with 2 strikes, but at the same time you know you don't want the game to be decided by the ump.
Fastball or breaking ball here, Joey?
I kind of like what he's doing with the fastball right now.
Lester deals. Fastball up. Good eye by Guth Miller. Stays patient and works a walk. And here comes Noah Grice as the Patriots are keeping things alive, making things a little interesting.
I think the Patriots are liking what he's doing with that fastball right now.
Yeah.
So Grice hitless in his last 2 games, but a giant opportunity right here.
Grice, breaking ball taken in for strike 1 at the knees. Grice having a tough times with the breaking balls today. Probably looking for a fastball. I think Lester knows it too. Second straight breaking ball, 1-1.
He's going to make that his priority right here. Be his main pitch for this at-bat.
Grice on a 1-1. Runners go. Breaking ball thrown down to third. Gertis makes it in time. Got tagged on the head. However, his hands were well out in front of his body.
Patriots continue to stay alive. Runners on second and third. 6-2 game.
It was another breaking ball taken for strike 2, so Grice is going to have to protect. I like the double steal, though, to try to get 2 runners in scoring position for him. Down to their last strike. That's a fastball up, 2-2. And we've seen Lester against Grice and Guth Miller get to 2 strikes, but has been unable to finish them off. Patriots showing some fight here, ladies and gentlemen. 2-2 count. The pitch. Grice does not go. And he does go. Late call from the umpire. Grice doesn't think he goes, and that's the game.
And so we'll see Bellevue West advance to the championship of the Cornhusker Classic.
Hold up here. Pat's got a point. Umpire didn't call it a strike at first. So
it looks like that will be it. Bellevue West advancing to the championship.
Right.
Patriots going in the 3rd place game now.
kind of feel bad for Noah Grice right there. Yeah. All right. Patriots tried to battle back in the bottom half of the 7th. Got a couple runners on and a run across. However, it wasn't enough, Joey. They fall to Bellevue West, 6-2, your final score. They will play in a consolation 3rd place game of the number 1's bracket tomorrow night here at South. I will try to be here. Will depend on work. If it starts after 7, I will be here.
Perfect.
Might be showing up right before game time, but hey, I'm a working man. We'll see. Good to see you again, Joey.
Of course, as always.
Shout out to Andrew Smith for making this all work last second. We had a lot of technical difficulties before
Had to call him while he was at work at Target.
Yep, FaceTimed him on Instagram because he doesn't have an iPhone. So we had to do it via Instagram Live, but we got it done. We always get it done. Thank you to Grace Hansen for running the scoreboard. For Joey Kirkle, I'm Dylan Pelser signing off from Millard South, where today Bellevue West comes into Millard South, gets a 6-2 victory. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.